Right. So we know that we want to create a continuous flow, right? When we're going into transform that uh, uh, value stream map into a lean value stream map, right? So we want to create a continuous flow, things get rid of the waste, so we have the product going smoothly through all the steps. We know that we want to produce according to the takt time, right? So we want to have producing exactly according to the demand of the customer, and takt time is the pace of the customer. How do I make sure that all my processes are producing according to the demand of the customer, right? So we saw an example with the paddling the rowing boat there, that we don't want any process to be faster than the takt time, right, which is the pace of the customer. So how do I make it then produce the same pace of the customer, right? And that's where it gets into pull system. And pull system, one way to make it work is with the supermarket and Kanban concept, okay? So you may be already familiar with the concept called Kanban. So Kanban is it's a word in Japanese, and it's like a visual card that will show the information. So what basically you want to do is connect the processes in the shop floor. So one will work exactly the same pace as the other, and that's what you call the pull system. When the following process and preceding process both are producing in the same pace. Okay, not receiving an order from a centralized production planning, because if they receive it, each one will produce its own pace, right? So let's see how it works here. So the concept is called supermarket because it was actually imitated how the shelves in the supermarket are replenished, right? So the Japanese actually came and saw a grocery store in the U.S. and how they have the shelves like in the grocery store. We have it, and we have a space for each product, and whenever some products are taken out, someone comes and replenish back. That's exactly how the system works. So let's say I have product A, B, C, these three finished good products, right? So I'm going to take one of them and ship it to my end customer. And by doing that, I have an empty space now, which it's supposed to have an A, right? Like the shelf, right? You have exactly this space for each item, each product. So the following process knows that they have to produce an A. There is what we call the withdrawal Kanban. The withdrawal Kanban is just a signal. Just it's like if I need to produce the part, I go there with that signal, know what product it is, pick it up, and bring it back. So it's just a signal to kind of signal that tell me that I need that product. Signal to signal, that's confusing. So I just go there, pick this product, and then I use this raw material to produce that finished good product, right? And then by doing that, it's empty space here. The other way to have a Kanban showing the information like this one is actually a card. So what Toyota did was actually they took a piece of paper like this, and they folded in the middle, and that was the Kanban card. Okay, they put the information about the product here, where it goes from, where it goes to, what is the quantity, and the container, and everything that you need to know in a piece of paper like this, and put it into the containers. So whatever the container is empty, you have this piece of paper saying exactly what you need to produce, right? So that's what's happening here. I have a box with an empty piece of paper. Then the operator go there, put into his tube, pick up his raw material, use it, and produce product A, and then we'll generate another information back down the road. So you can see that it's very different than the current state that we had for that value stream map, where I was receiving a weekly schedule, right, to different places, and everyone was trying to do as much as they can. And we don't know what the next step is doing or the previous step is doing. This is a way to connect, right? Whatever one process is doing is what the other process just pick it up in the last time. So they're always in the same pace. If process A, following process, for example, stop by a reason, what's going to happen is the preceding process will fill up the inventory, but then it will stop again. So it doesn't allow them to go in a different pace. And that's the magic of the Kanban. So I'm not producing something that I don't need. I'm only producing things that I need on the time that I need, exactly when I need it, right? And it's a very simple concept, but it's very different than anything that companies are doing. And this is very difficult to implement. So I did implement this in several companies, but it's not easy to do it and not easy to make it work.